Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In the third segment of Season 19's tell-all, Kody Brown, star of Sister Wives, has experienced a number of hot moments. His ex-wife's constant accusations that he was responsible for the family's demise have angered him. Being spanked for loving Robyn more than others did not sit well with him. Additionally, Kody has made an effort to exclude some of Sukanya Krishnan's crucial questions, and there are rumors that he is now calling for TLC to take her place as the tell-all host. To see the discussion, continue reading. Sister Wives, Kody Brown is still dismissing Suki's inquiries. Kody's refusal to respond to some of Suki's questions fills the first 3 sections of the Sister Wives tell-all. Suki's attempt to hold him responsible for the breakdown of his marriages was one of them. Kody became so agitated that he attempted to silence Suki. However, she ultimately referred to him as a baby for attempting to sidestep the topic. Additionally, Kody stated that he would not go into any detail about how he and Robyn were kicked out of the family after engaging in a public PDA. When Suki questioned him about why he was turning down Christine's invitation to go on a double date, Kody also gave her a hostile look. Is Kody requesting that Suki be fired? On social media, some Sister Wives followers talked about the latest reports that Kody Brown is calling for Suki to be fired. The OP claims that Kody has been asked a lot of challenging questions and has felt very uneasy responding to them. He hopes that Suki will no longer host tell-all in the future because of this. As of right now, no official announcements have been made about the rumor. However, it was evident how irritated Kody has become thus far in response to Suki's incisive inquiries, which he would frequently sidestep. According to reports, this was not the first time Kody had asked to dismiss the tell-all presenter. Tamron Hall had experienced the same scenario. This show is over, but they can squeeze out another season, so he can whine all he wants. Hopefully, Suki will also host a 2-part mid-season check-in as TLC's response to this. Faced with tears of joy. I think the producers called him out on his extremely aggressive behavior with Suki in the first episode because we all know he's done that before and got away with it, and that shit just ain't going down anymore. Kody is the one who must leave. He refuses to respond to inquiries. He mentions things like PDA, but then claims he won't discuss them. He isn't even performing his duties, like WTF. I knew what was happening when he discussed biases and even brought her up. Sister Wives. The tell-all host Tamron Hall's departure. After allegedly raising doubts about Kody Brown's decision to divorce Mary in order to lawfully wed Robyn, Tamron Hall was fired as the Sister Wives tell-all host. Many people regarded it as the family's most significant turning point. In comparison to Suki, Tamron is renowned for asking more probing questions. However, Tamron continued to demonstrate affection for the family in spite of the dismissal, even appearing as a guest on Mary's talk program early this year. The now monogamous Sister Wives stars Kody and Robyn Brown have a unique bow and arrow wall hanging in their house, suggesting that they enjoy Western-inspired decor. Western motifs continue to play a significant role in American culture, despite the fact that cowboys and Indians imagery can be controversial owing to indigenous rights issues. The popularity of shows like Kevin Costner's The West and Yellowstone demonstrates how popular rustic programming is. The West offers an intriguing look into the evolution of the West, while Yellowstone is more contemporary stuff. Members of indigenous tribes, who were the first to arrive and faced the possibility of having their land taken away or worse, suffered injuries along the journey. The way the West was won over the years has inspired a plethora of films, television shows, and songs, ranging from classic spaghetti westerns like The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly to Bon Jovi's rock anthem, Wanted Dead or Alive, to Louis L'Amour's novels like Hondo, a novel. Since Robyn and Kody enjoyed furnishing their previous Flagstaff, Arizona, house with Western accents, they might have dreams about the Old West. A bow and arrow can be seen above the window, close to Kody and Robyn's painting of horses kissing, in the image above, which was shared on Reddit by mindful_goat_nugget. These design features, along with the wooden bookshelf and terracotta wall that evokes Utah's breathtaking Red Rocks region, give the space a rustic, country feel. This area has a hint of Old West whimsy thanks to natural materials and hues that reflect the beauty of the surroundings. Additionally, Kody and Robyn own a Walmart area rug featuring a Lone Star design. Originating with the Lakota tribe, whose members created star quilts with the design, the Lone Star is associated with Texas. It is a representation of honor, fortitude, and kindness. Look at the aforementioned Reddit posts below, where people talk about Robyn and Kody's taste, mostly in a very bad way. One person stated, "How about the bow and arrow then? The goal is to hunt in order to survive. But it's also about battling and standing up for war. Making a bow and arrow by an indigenous person could take up to a month. It was difficult to generate enough tension for the stringed weapon to work. It was an art form, in fact." First of all, Kody and Robyn reside in Utah, where the Lakota tribe was not traditionally engaged. Other native groups, however, were and still are. A bow and arrow is a common sign of strength, but according to Navajo culture, the meaning is considerably more profound, according to avid archer. The bow's rainbow shape is compared to the sky, while the arrow is compared to lightning. The use of bows and arrows is regarded as sacred. There is another side to bow and arrow symbolism. Even while Kody and Robyn may feel the need to defend themselves and may have chosen a bow and arrow, if only unconsciously, to convey a sense of security and preparedness for combat. In fact, it's really romantic. The idea of the divine feminine may be known to readers of Dan Brown's book The Da Vinci Code. Similarly, the arrow is masculine while the bow is feminine. Thus, the bow and arrow represents the perfect fusion of the masculine and feminine. The Brown pair wear matching David Yurman rings with horse themes, which may represent freedom and wild, untamed spirits. Kody and Robyn are romantically involved. They may not be aware of it, but their bow and arrow decoration serves as another reminder of how significant their love is to them both. It is always possible that they have already studied the meaning of the bow and arrow and are aware of its romantic connotations. If not, they might find it interesting to read about the significance of their decoration. For years, Kody appeared to be the bad guy, a vagrant who entered a saloon in a western town, wearing a black hat, determined to cause trouble. 3 of the 4 spouses he had were unhappy. He didn't seem to see that his preference for Robyn was hurting them. He wasn't a villain because he loved her. Rather, it was because he was unable to accept reality. Everyone knew what was going on, but he continued to act like he was with Christine Brown, Mary, and Christine. Romantic love became completely impossible, even if he did care about them. One-woman man Kody was ensnared in polygamy. That is so heartbreaking for both him and them. Perhaps he felt obligated by religion to continue a plural marriage that should have ended for the emotional health of all involved. Given that he had children with each of the spouses, he might have felt pressured to make things work. In fact, he was afraid of disappointing Robyn by abandoning polygamy. Kody no longer desires to be a villain. He has grievances, problems, and unpleasant memories because he lost his former son, Garrison Brown. The majority of people struggle with major issues that cause emotional upheaval and restless nights. Suffering like this is universal. Kody's choice to increase Mary and Janelle's ownership stake in Coyote Pass before selling the property for an astounding $1.5 million makes it clear that he is attempting to change. In the end, each woman made $305,000. Their lives might be changed by that money. This deed of kindness stood out because it demonstrated maturity and a developing sense of self-awareness. He acted morally. He is now attempting to make amends with the kids with whom he has had conflicts. He wanted them to come to him earlier. As he gets older and wiser, Kody seems ready to become his best self. He strives to embrace his new life with Robyn and is a true gentleman who respects the past. This villain from Sister Wives has hope because he might be on a hero's journey right now. Kody could proudly wear the white hat if he continues. After a lengthy hiatus, Sister Wives star Gabriel Brown has returned to social media. Since his brother Garrison's tragic death, he has not provided any updates. To reassure followers that Gabriel is doing well, Janelle does, however, occasionally post pictures of the two of them together. However, Gabriel finally explains in his most recent piece why he hasn't been able to provide certain life updates in recent months. To view his amazing transformation photo, continue reading. Sister Wives. Fans of Gabriel Brown are concerned. When Gabriel showed up in one of Janelle's photos last year with a substantial weight increase, many fans became concerned. This sparked rumors that he was unable to cope with his brother's passing. Some even thought it might indicate sadness. Gabriel's passion for the family is evident to many Sister Wives viewers, and it's obvious that the loss of Garrison had a significant impact on him. Thankfully, Gabriel has a loving family around him who might have motivated him to turn his life around. See the startling outcomes of Gabriel losing 75 pounds. Gabriel Brown recently shared amazing before and after pictures of himself on Instagram stories, showcasing his dramatic weight loss. The Sister Wives star claims that during his physical journey, he lost 75 pounds. Saying that he fell off, he even shut people down, adding that it was what he needed to get motivated. At a gym, Gabriel can be seen showing off his muscles, demonstrating that he is serious about losing weight. Gabriel did a fantastic job improving himself, but he didn't exactly share his weight. Sister Wives. The romance life of Gabriel Brown. Gabriel Brown has been enjoying a happy life with a new significant other in addition to his weight loss journey. In April of last year, the Sister Wives star started posting pictures from Chicago. But when he posted a picture of himself holding hands with an enigmatic woman, it attracted a lot of attention. After, Gabriel posted a few videos of himself on Instagram stories having a good time with a girl who is rumored to be his girlfriend. The fact that Gabriel has a companion makes many admirers happy. Some even applauded him when he appeared to soft-launch their romance in his most recent post. However, are you developing feelings for Chicago or a particular person? I adore it. You deserve to be happy and so much more at Gay Brown. Wherever you choose to live, you truly deserve the finest life. You are a decent person. Your smile is so adorable. Even though I only know you from television, I think you're a wonderful child. You are deserving of all that life has to offer. Gabe, you deserve everything good in the world. Relieved faced. At Gay Brown, the person you discover love with will be extremely fortunate. It appears that you have a lovely heart. Sister Wives. Explosion. Is Kody Brown secretly demanding Suki Krishnan's firing? Behind the scenes, chaos erupts after Tell-All exposes truth he couldn't control. The drama on Sister Wives didn't stop rolling when the cameras did. In fact, things may be spiraling even faster behind the scenes than fans ever imagined. While viewers are still reeling from the fallout of the jaw-dropping Season 18 Tell-All, new insider rumors are flooding the fanbase, and they all center around one shocking claim. Kody Brown wants Suki Krishnan, the no-nonsense Tell-All host, fired. Yes, you read that right. The patriarch of a once polygamous empire who has spent years trying to control the family narrative is allegedly pushing back against the one person who has finally held his feet to the fire. But why is Kody targeting Suki now? What really happened behind those closed doors? And could this mark the beginning of the end for Sister Wives as we know it? Let's rewind to where it all began. Suki Krishnan has become a staple of the Sister Wives tell-all format over the last few years, and she's been praised and feared for her blunt, no-fluff approach to interviewing. Unlike previous hosts who tiptoed around Kody and his ego, Suki came in with the receipts, the tough questions, and zero fear of awkward silences. She asked Christine about the heartbreak. She challenged Robyn's tears. She confronted Kody on his inconsistencies, especially around the Coyote Pass land, favoritism accusations, and his spiraling relationships with Janelle, Mary, and even his own kids. Fans rallied behind her. Social media praised her. But Kody? He was fuming. Even as the special aired, sharp-eyed viewers noticed his body language shift any time Suki challenged him. The clenched jaw, the tight-lipped smirks, the way he deflected or outright refused to answer. But nobody expected that what was brewing behind the scenes might now be boiling over into open war. According to multiple unverified but persistent sources, including leaked insider reports and former production assistants spilling tea on fan forums, Kody has allegedly threatened to walk if Suki returns for another season. One insider claimed, he told producers he's done playing games. He feels ambushed every time she hosts and says she doesn't respect him as the head of the family. Another insider revealed that during filming of the last tell-all, Kody reportedly stormed off set multiple times, clashing with producers and accusing them of siding with Suki. He felt set up, the source added, especially when she brought up his estrangement from Gabe and Garrison. He said it crossed the line. What line, Kody? The truth? Fans haven't forgotten how Suki stood her ground during the emotional interviews. She challenged Robyn's narrative of being the victim. She pointedly asked Mary why she clung to a man who hadn't loved her in years. She gave Janelle space to share her truth without judgment. And most explosively, she confronted Kody with his own words, contradictions between what he said in confessionals versus what he said on the couch. The result? A visibly shaken, furious Kody who lashed out not just at his wives, but indirectly at the very format of the tell-all itself. At one point, he accused the entire show of turning against him, conveniently forgetting that his own behavior was what viewers were watching with dropped jaws. But here's where it gets even messier. Fans believe Kody's alleged vendetta against Suki isn't just personal, it's strategic. Some insiders suggest he's been pressuring TLC executives to remove her so he can reshape his image for future seasons. One source said, he wants someone more sympathetic to his side. He feels the public has turned on him because of how he's portrayed, and he blames Suki for that. Let's be clear, Suki didn't make Kody say the things he said. She just didn't let him back out of them. But in Kody's world, accountability often feels like an attack. And Suki has become the lightning rod for that fury. Even Robyn, the last remaining wife in Kody's now-collapsed polygamous marriage, is rumored to be standing with him on this. According to leaks, she believes Suki humiliated Kody on national television and fears the tell-alls have become a hit job rather than a platform for healing. But fans aren't buying it. You don't want healing, you want protection, one fan tweeted. Suki didn't lie. She just refused to let y'all rewrite history. The backlash has grown so loud that some sister wives' Facebook groups are now flooded with petitions and calls to keep Suki on the show no matter what. Fans have declared her the voice of reason, the woman who finally pierced the Brown family's echo chamber of denial. So where does this leave TLC? Caught between a fractured patriarch who still draws viewers like moths to a flame, and a host who commands fan loyalty with her sharp mind and emotional intelligence. For now, TLC has stayed quiet, offering no public comment about Suki's status or Kody's alleged demands. But if the network caves to pressure and removes her, it could spark an enormous backlash from a fanbase that's already frustrated by what they see as Kody's unchecked arrogance. If Suki goes, I go, one longtime viewer posted. She's the only one with the guts to call Kody out. The real question is, why is Kody so threatened by Suki? The answer might be simple, she sees through him. While others have danced around his carefully curated narratives, Suki has consistently pulled the mask off. She's seen the contradictions in his parenting. She's asked about the years-long favoritism. She's pressed him on financial transparency with Coyote Pass. And perhaps most threatening of all, she's given the women he hurt a safe space to speak freely and be believed. That's something Kody has never fully allowed, even within his own family. And now, fans are speculating about even bigger consequences. If Kody succeeds in getting Suki fired, could other cast members walk away? Would Christine return for future sit-downs if she knows the interviewer won't be fair? Would Janelle agree to another tell-all if it means being silenced or talked over? Could Mary, who finally seems ready to speak her truth, back out if the format becomes too controlled? If Suki goes, the women might go too, one Redditor pointed out. And then what does Kody have? A one-man show. The idea isn't far-fetched. In fact, it echoes a deeper truth fans have whispered for months, that Kody may be trying to rebuild the show around himself and Robyn, positioning them as a misunderstood couple under siege. But with trust in Kody at an all-time low, that plan could backfire spectacularly. In the end, this latest power move, real or rumored, speaks volumes about the Brown family's continued implosion. A man who once prided himself on leading a family of 4 strong independent women now appears to be desperately trying to control the last public pieces of his image. The irony is that the more Kody fights transparency, the more the cracks show. And Suki Krishnan? She's become the symbol of those cracks, the mirror he doesn't want held up. But fans are watching. They remember. And they're not letting this one go quietly. The pressure is mounting. The fan petitions are gaining signatures. The blogs are speculating. And Kody Brown, once untouchable in the world of sister wives, now finds himself facing a public reckoning not from his wives, but from the one person he couldn't silence on national TV. Whether Suki stays or goes may determine the future of the franchise. But one thing is clear. The battle lines have been drawn. And in this war of truth versus ego, fans are already picking sides.